Okay. So let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we will start with our web automation. Okay. So first we'll talk about the problem statement, what problem statements we have, and then we'll go to the next thing. Okay. So what is our problem statement? Like this is our one of the website called as a RPA channel. Okay.
Okay.
What we have to do? We have to fetch the data from the Excel file, right? And we have to enter this employee data we can consider into this particular application. Okay.
Okay. It's a
So
web-based application, right?
sorry.
It's a web-based application.
Correct. This
Okay.
is a website basically, right? So
Yeah.
this is a web-based application.
Yeah.
So if you talk right, based on the previous like exercise, right, or whatever we have learned so far,
Mhm.
if you are going to talk like, can we do that? Yes, definitely we'll able to do that. Only thing, instead of populate text field in a window, right, we have to take for a web. That's it, right?
Mhm.
And so instead of like desktop activities, right, we have to use the web activity. And instead of opening the application, we have to open the browser, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That is the only thing we have to do. Rest of the things are very
See.
simple.
Okay. Got it.
So that is the thing, right? So we'll go and we'll start. So
Does it make difference if it's a Chrome or if it's a Edge or any other browser?
so that we have to define. Okay,
Okay.
that we have to define. So we'll show you how to define. Okay. So as usual, what we have to do, we have to divide our flow into 3 steps. Okay. First one is init. Second one is processing.
Processing and
Third one is the edge.
understood.
So let's go and build it first. Init. This is processing, and third one is the edge. Okay. Edge. So first we'll start with the init. So what is our first requirement? We have to read the data from the Excel file, right? So we'll use
Yeah.
a launch X. We'll do the path of this. Okay. Then we have to read the data. Okay. And now we are familiar with opening the Excel, so we can make this instance as a decision. Okay. So we'll not able to see the Excel is opening or not. Okay, because if it's opening Excel reading, it will eat some time, right?
Mm.
So from the performance point of view, it's always good. Like we can read from the background.
Okay.
Okay, so make it instance as a invisible basically. Then we have to read from Excel work, right? We have to read all the data. Then make sure here we have to select this
Yeah.
first line of range content column.
Yeah.
And the next thing we have to see, we have launched Excel, we are able to read the data. Now, right, what else is left? We have to launch this website or URL.
Yes.
Correct? Then our one-time task will over. So how to launch? So here we can mention launch.
Launch
Here
and
we have
new Chrome.
so here we have different options. Launch new Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome 8.
Yeah.
So based on our requirement, right, we have to select the browser. So maybe I will select as a Chrome. Right. Here we have launch new instance. Okay, launch new instance. So give the URL. This is my URL. Okay, we'll give it. Then same to the window, right? Window-based application. It will ask, do you want to open in normal mode, maximize, minimize, right? So always maximize. That is the best.
Excellent. Okay.
Otherwise, what will happen? It will. If you open like this, then your elements will switch here and there. Okay, and
Got
because
it.
of that,
Yeah.
it can disturb our automation.
Got it.
So always make sure we can open it in a maximum. Then the next thing, here we have some advanced options are available. Like while running our automation, right? You want to clear browser cache, cookies, something like that, right? We can enable. Okay, so what will happen normally? Sometimes what happen, like if we not close anything properly, right? It will open directly, right, without
Yeah.
entering the username and password. Sometimes, right? So avoid it, right? Normally, what we do, we open in a incognito, correct? But
Yeah.
this is not the case here. Here we have direct option, like we can clear the cache and cookies, right? So that even though you are going to open in normal mode, it will consider as a fresh call.
Got it.
Then here it has mentioned wait for page to load, right? So sometimes what will happen, if you open this, right, it will open phone number first, or it will load phone number first, then email, right? So page takes some time to load. It will load one by one, right? So if you have such thing here, already 60-second time given here, what it will do, it will wait for 60-second page for load. If it's not loaded, okay, if it's not loaded, if it's loaded, then it will move forward at the same time. It will not unnecessarily wait for a 60 seconds.
Got it.
After that, sometimes what happen, if you open any particular application, some pop-up window can come, right? Pop-up
Yeah.
window can come, or any other things can pop up, right? So if such popped up thing appears, right, here we have the option, like you want to close it, or you want to press a button, means OK button or cancel button is there, right? So that facility where we have, in case we are getting any random pop-up or random message while
Then we can
opening
close it.
your
Yeah.
browser. And for that also they have given some time. Okay, then save it. So this is about our email. Okay, this is our about our email. In addition to that, what we have to do, we have to terminate the process, right? Terminate process, for example, Excel and Chrome, right? So
Yeah.
terminate. Don't take a browser, because if you use the browser, it will close everything, right? So,
Yeah.
so take it as a Excel. Okay, take it as a Excel. So it will close it, or it will terminate if it's already. So now we are done with the email. What is our next thing? We have to go to the processing, right?
Yeah.
So now this is a repetitive task, correct? So obviously, if there is a repetitive task, we have to use a, right? We have to use a loop, right? Which loop we will use here?
For each.
For each, obviously, right? For each. Okay, for each. Right? Provide the input. What is the input? Our Excel data, right? Here we'll mention current row, basically, right? Now we have to enter the data here, phone number, email ID, all the things, and then we have to click on the submit button, right? So obviously we'll use populate.
Popular.
But now we have to take web, not a
Oh,
window.
okay. Okay. Got it.
Right? So it will take the browser instance, right? Web browser instance. Then we have to mention where we want to write. We want to write it here, phone number, right? So click, and we have to provide the input. So how to provide the input? Row.
Yeah. Because we want it in row. Yeah.
Correct, correct. We want it dynamic, basically.
Yeah.
And we want only specific value. Row will have all the values,
Yeah.
right? This all the value. We have to enter only phone number. Copy and give it, right? Now next thing, for example, we can say email, right? Email. So take the same thing,
Yep.
indicate where we want to enter. So row, email, email. Save. So here all the fields are not mandatory. First, we'll just show for two fields, right?
Yeah.
After that, what we have to do? We have to click on this button, right? So if you want to click the button, right here we have two options. Click link on a web page. Okay, click link on a web page. But most probably this is the button, right? So we have press button. This press button for
Which,
window as well as web as well. So take this. This is more appropriate. Press button on a web and show which button we have to type. So here we have to type to the submit. Okay. So for example, we will consider yes, this is done. Okay. It is
okay.
not yet completed, but we'll consider
Yeah.
yes, it is done. So I will run. Okay, but before that, we have to take this one. Submit. This process, right? Run. Just watch carefully. Okay, like what will happen now. It will open it.
Launched it. Yeah.
It launch. But it will not perform the action. Okay. So why it will not perform the action? See, it is not performing the action. Right?
Found field with selector not
It is
found.
showing the selectors are not found.
Okay.
Okay. So what we have to do? We have to go UI, right? So this is for phone number. So first we can rename it. Input phone number. Okay. Then edit. So if you go here, right, test it. Select the browser. For example, our page is the browser, right? It is saying it is not able to get the select.
Yeah.
Okay. These selectors are not able to found. Then what is the reason, right? So what is the reason here? Uh, when this page loads, right, every time the field position will change. So this is company name, right? Click on submit. Now can you see
Oh,
field
not this
position?
address. Yeah.
Correct. Click on submit. So
Yeah.
every time the field position changing, it might be top, bottom, left, right, middle, anyway, right? So that is the reason what is happening here, right? Because of this field position is changing, it
It
might
is
happen
not
its
able to.
selectors also change,
Yeah.
right? So what it has taken, it has taken this ID, okay?
Yeah.
Input ID. So if you want to see like what is the behavior or why it's changing, which value is changing, right? So we can go to the phone number, right click on the inspect. Okay, click on the inspect. So can you see here it is showing these values, right? Selectors, maybe we can say. Ng reflect name, ID, name, class, right? So what I will do, right click, copy, copy element. Okay, copy this and
The
put
whole
it
thing.
into the
Okay.
note. So this is now we have taken from the this position, right?
Yeah. So
Next
wherever it
time,
moves, it will read it.
uh, so next time click on the submit. Okay. Now go to the phone number, right click and again mention the inspect. Right. Now again go copy element and put it into the note. So if you see now, right, the Power Automate has taken this ID, right? This ID,
Yeah.
correct? So you can see every time this ID is changing,
Yep.
right? So obviously if it's changing, then it will not able to recognize it.
Yeah.
Correct? Right. So what we have to do, we have to find out something unique. Okay, we have to find out something unique. So
Label
this,
phone.
sorry,
Label phone.
correct, label phone, absolutely right. Because this ID is changing, at
Yeah.
the same time this name is also changing, right? This
Got it.
name is also changing. And then we have one more property called the class, right? This class.
Yeah.
But it might happen this class being used across all the fields,
Oh, okay.
right? So if you want to see maybe what we have taken the phone number and what else? Another email, right? So we can
Hmm.
go to the email, inspect, copy.
Again, it is same.
So you see this class is common,
Yeah.
right? So so if you give this class, right, again it will not work, right? So what is the best thing? This one, right? Label,
Got it.
right? So what we have to do in that case, right? We have to take this ng reflect name and we have to put into our Power Automate. So go here. This is phone number, edit, right? So instead of this, we can go and we can remove it, but we'll not able to remove directly from here. We have to go to the top. Can you see this
Text
text editor?
editor. Okay.
Enable it. If you enable it, go just remove this whatever we have and put this one. Okay, like this. Ng reflect name is equal to label.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you want to verify, test architecture. So it is verified, right?
Yeah.
But do not rely on the this page because we are working only on this page, right? So
Hmm.
we can go to the next page and verify once again. Submit. Now the position change,
Yep.
right? After that, test. See, it is working. Now it should work forever. So click on this. Similar way, we can go here, rename input email, right? Input email. Go inside, edit, right? Enable this
Yeah.
and remove this because now we got it, right? Remove this and take this. Copy, put it. Make sure there should not be the space or some
Yes. Yeah.
test. Now it's work, right? But again, cross verify. Test. So it's a good practice, right? We before running our automation, we should check this selector.
Got it.
Okay, so it should not be the case after failing we are going to check it, right? So
Hmm.
every time it's a good like we can check on like more than one instance, maybe two instance or three instance, right? So that will make sure yes our selectors are perfect and we can uh, run our automation without any issues with the select. So click on this. Now we are done, right? So now let's go and run. Now it should work perfectly.
Yeah.
Even though field positions are changing, right?
Yeah.
It is able to enter the data from Now it is complete, right? So in this way, if the selectors are dynamic, it is called as a dynamic selector. Okay,
Yeah.
means those selectors can change at any point of time. In that case, we have to make those selectors dynamic, or we can make those selectors smart. Okay, it's called the smart selector. Okay, so in this way, even the positions will change, right? It will be able to handle such. Okay, now at the end state, what we have to do, we have to close the browser, for example. So
Yeah.
here we have to use close
Close.
browser, close web, and it will ask which instance I want to close. It will not close all the windows. Okay,
Okay.
right? So whatever the RPA challenge we have given initially, right? It will only close. Save it. That's right. So we are done in it. Processing, in it, processing, and age. Okay. So now please go ahead and try.
You need to send me that Excel sheet.
I have shared the URL, and let
Yeah.
me share the Excel. Yes, I have shared the file.
It's, When you go into processing,
So working, Tapan?
Yeah, I'm just doing it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, once we do it, we go into main and we create the link,
Run
right?
upload, runs up.
Run something. Okay. Let me close my browser. Yep, it is working perfectly fine.
Okay, very right. So there is, like, from automation point of view, there is no difference. Okay, so application is application. It might
Yeah.
be web application, desktop application, SCP, ERP, right? So it is just kind of a application.
Yeah. I have one question
Mhm,
in this. So say for example, we have this form, right? RPA challenge form.
mhm.
Now, if I want to get details from one RPA challenge form, which is web-based, into another form, which is also web-based application.
Mhm, mhm.
So we
Okay.
don't want it from Excel. We want from one application to another application.
Yeah, so same way, right? So what we did in UI demo, right? What we
Yeah.
did like into the training order, right? We have taken the the order number basically, right?
Yeah.
Or we have taken like a transaction date, transaction number, transaction time, right? So
Yeah.
similar way, we can fetch the data, right, from that particular application, and then we'll store into variable and we'll pass that variable into that application.
Got it. Okay.
Right? The similar way. There is no
So, but read from Excel worksheet, right? That would not from read from Excel worksheet. That would be read from application, right?
no, not read, right? So we have to get the value, for example, right? So suppose here we have the values, right?
Yeah.
And we have to take those values,
Yeah.
right? And then after taking from here, we have to add or we have to pass it to the another application, right? This is RPA challenge, something
Yeah.
called BAPCXYZ, right? So what we will do, we'll use a get details of get details of element on a page, right? So by using
Web
it,
page.
we'll
Okay.
capture the value, right?
Hmm.
We'll capture the value, whatever the value have available here. We'll capture it, and that value will get stored into this variable,
Okay.
right? And when another application, we will use a populate, right? Populate text field, right? Where we'll pass this variable,
Got it. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll go to the next problem statement, and that is a assignment. Okay, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So because it will not be a fully complete, rest of the portion we have to complete into the next session. So this is a website called as RPH, sorry, pptravel.blueprism.com, right?
Okay.
So this is basically a ticket booking website.
Hmm.
Okay, this is basically a ticket booking website. Let me let So here we have the input data available, right? You can
Yeah.
see all the input data available for the ticket booking, whatever we require. So we have to go to this application. We have to enter the username. We have to enter the password, right? Click on the login. As soon as we click on the login, right? We have to click on the create code. Just click on the create, right? After click on the create code, we have to fill all the information, right? So this information will, from where it will come? It will come from
Excellent.
this Excel, right?
Yeah.
So how manually is happening? First, we'll talk about it. For example, we can take an Belgium to Vernon, right? We can select Belgium to Sofia. Then we have to give the date, right? But date here you can see we are getting this form, right?
Yeah.
But our application will accept the date in UK format or the India format, right? Whatever we
Hmm.
currently we are using this one. Okay. So here we have to enter like 21/09/2023,
Yeah.
right? Currently we'll talk about one-way ticket booking. Select one way, adults 2, children 1, right? We can give some name, postcode, right? M1180. Okay, it will take the UK post. Then telephone number and a 10-digit phone number, and then email ID, right? So all this information will get from this Excel, right?
Got it. Yeah.
Once we fill, we have to click on the create booking, right? We have to click on the create booking. As soon as we click on the create booking, we have to take this booking reference number, right? So this is a booking reference. So what we have to do? We have to go to this Excel file, right? by default it will be like this, right? We have to create a column like booking reference number, okay, and give that number, okay, give that
Yeah.
number here. Now, once we added the data into the Excel, we have to click on the create booking, okay, or we can first click on the create booking and then we can anything, okay.
Mhm.
Click on the create booking. It means your booking is confirmed, right? So this is for one ticket, right? Whatever we did, this is for one ticket. Same thing we have to do it for all the data which is available into the Excel. Then again we have to click on the create code. I clicked on the create code and we have to fill the information here and follow the same step. Okay,
Yep.
clear, right?
Yep.
Okay. But if you see here we have, so for example, we can consider whatever we have learned so far, and if you want to go and build this, right? Very well we'll be able to do that, but few things we are not aware. For
Yeah.
example, how
From
to
and
select
to.
the how to
Yeah.
select the values from the drop down, because we haven't seen how
Yeah.
to deal with the drop down, right? That is the only thing. Apart from that, we know rest of the portion, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to work with the drop down, right, basically we have to use drop down, set drop down list value, set drop down list value on web page, okay. Take it and indicate. We have indicate, right? So here it will say, do you want to clear or you want to give the some value there, right? So we can select options binding.
Binding. Yeah.
So binding, right? So here we can define, for example, normally we do, right, a row, correct, where we say this is from, right, in this, right.
Mhm.
So what it will do, whatever the value which is coming from the Excel, right, it will select that value from the drop.
Yeah.
That's it, right. So we have to use a set drop down list value on a web page for the from to adults and children. Okay.
Got it.
Rest of the portion is similar. One way. One way you will use a click.
Click.
Right? Click. Or we have another one,
Check.
checkbox. Checkbox. Set checkbox. Right? So you want to check, you want to uncheck.
Mm.
Means click. Simple. It's a simple click, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. But they have given this. So it's well and good. Okay. So we are now aware about the click this check also. But here you can see we can get two-way ticket booking, right? Or a one-way ticket booking also, right?
Yeah.
It is the
This is two.
two-way. Yeah. So if you want to handle it, right? How can we handle? Or what we have to use?
Zero. Like if
So
it's
here, if you see, right? Here we have this column, one way. So we can take a reference of this, right?
yeah.
Right here. So we can mention if row one way is equal to yes, right? It means it's a one-way ticket booking,
Yeah.
right? And if it's not, it will be the two-way ticket.
Yeah. Then
So
go
here,
to column.
ah, so here we have to use a condition. It will called as a condition, right?
Okay.
It will called as a condition. So we have to use a condition. So how to use the condition, right? We can go and we can use the if, right? If condition, basically, right? So take this if. In the if, we can mention row, okay? Row one way is equal to yes. That's it, right? Row
Yeah.
one way is equal to yes. If this condition is true, right? Then what we will do? We will click on the one way. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Because automatically returning will be grayed out. So here we can use click, or checkbox, whatever. Check. Where we want to click, we want to click here. We want to click here, right? We want to click. If this condition false, means it's a to-be ticket booking, so we'll mention else, right? Else.
If else, yeah.
If else. And now we'll not click on the one way, right? We'll just type the data into the return, right? So we can use populate
Populate.
this. That's it, right? Apart from this condition, rest of the flow is very similar.
Yeah.
Right? Rest of the flow is very similar. Even though it's a one way, two way, right? We'll enter from, to, and depart, right? We'll enter adult, children, name, postcode, telephone, email, right? Only we have to handle this too. Why? Because we can get one way ticket booking, or we can get a two way ticket.
Do it. Yep.
Right? So clear?
Yep.
Okay. Then the next thing, right? As I said, here we are getting a date in a different format, right? And the application is accepting the date in a different format, right? So even before sending the date to the departing or returning, we have to convert that date in a proper format, and then only we have to send, right? Otherwise, it will throw the error. Correct? So what you people can do, right? Just build a flow, whatever flow we have discussed, right? And in the next session, what we will do, we'll see how to convert this date, right, from any other format to some other format, right? And
Okay.
then we will run the flow end to end and see what are the problems, issues are there. We'll rectify.
Sure.
Okay, so that it will be practice as well as right. It will not what I can say, eat up our time just to build a flow, basically, right? Because this is just you have to create a skeleton. So just create this skeleton, and in the next session, right, we will run it end to end and see what are the challenges, problems, issues related to that.
Sure.
Okay.
So next class would be what, Wednesday, right?
Correct. So no. Next, so what I'm planning actually, uh, based on you people, right? So
Mhm.
currently we are taking on like for me, okay, like Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
For me. So it means for you people one day behind, like for
Yeah.
you people Monday, Wednesday,
Wednesday,
and Saturday,
Sunday,
right?
and
So
Sunday.
sorry.
Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Sunday. Correct. Because that is your morning time. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are fine, right? Can we have on the Tuesday as well? Your Tuesday.
I think we need to go a little bit slow because now
Mhm.
like we need to practice as well, right?
Okay, that's fine
So
then. That's
yeah,
fine. No worries. No worries. So that is what I ask, right?
yeah,
Like if you are fine, then well and good. Otherwise, it's perfectly no worries. Okay.
yeah.
So
At least if we get one day off, then we can practice and then
perfect. Yeah, because if you are working, right, it's
mm,
very hard. Like we'll get a lot of time and all
that's
the
right.
things, right?
That's right. Yeah,
Along with our other things at the home also we have to take care.
yeah.
Yeah, no
I'm in
worries.
favor of just 2 days a week, but that's fine. Like 3 days, I can stress 3 days.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Fine. And this is our beginning, right? So
Yeah.
do the practice. Once you get a hands-on or something, once you're comfortable, then if you want, we can increase. Not a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So this, right, build it, and then in the next session, right, we'll see it, right, how we have to tackle.
Yeah. No
Yes.
problem. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Send
Now,
send the Excel
I
spreadsheet.
will share via
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
I will share everything via email.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll go to the next thing. Okay. So
Yeah.
what is our next thing? You can see till now what we did basically, we have uh, taken these activities one by one activities, right?
Mm.
And we have added into our flow basically,
Yeah.
right? For type, click, drop down, button, correct?
Yeah.
But in addition to that, here we have very good feature available, right? Called as a recording. Okay, called as a recording. So by using this recording, right, you no need to take even those actions one by one, right? What you can do, simple, you can perform the action, right, what we are performing manually, and
Mhm.
after that, okay, after that, based on the your action, right, type, click, drop down, automatically it will set the actions as well into the power. Got it, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how to do that. Okay. So suppose we can take example of this RPA challenge. Okay. So let me close. But it will just create a skeleton, right? So the logic part, conditions part, that we have to. The purpose of the recording is just to build a skeleton. That's it. But the rest of the segregation, make the selectors dynamic, add the loop, add condition, the logical part we have to take. The purpose of recording is to build our flow little faster rather than taking each and action every time, and we can spend that time, right, on the logical part of your automation. Okay, so now we will see how to use that record. So go click. Can you see this
Yeah.
circle blue color? Just click. As soon as we click on it, it will pop up the window. Okay, see this window it pop. We can resize little bit so it can fit on the screen, right? So now what I want to do, I want to build a flow for the RPA, for example. So first we have to launch the browser, right? Open the URL, everything we can automate, right? From
Mhm.
here. So can you see these three dots, more
Yeah.
action? Click. Here we have the option like which browser you want to launch. So I can select Chrome. I have selected it as Chrome maximum. Right? Then click on the record. Right? Click on the record. I clicked on the record. Then go here, right? Into your address bar, right? Then click here and mention RPA channel. That's it, right? RPA, right? So it will open the RPA. Or let me, or if something you did wrong, right? We can reset button always.
Okay.
Reset, right? Or if you did any of the particular activity, right? Wrong, we have to delete,
Okay.
right? So reset, for example, reset. Yes, so it will clear, right? So now, okay, let me pause as well. Close. What is our first thing? We have to go
Launch.
Chrome. So I'm going to launch the code, right? Start the recording and just go here and just type the RPH. 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 What is the next thing? We have to enter the address. So just go here, control click, right? And just mention the address, right? Then last, go to the last, right? Just enter the value last, or similar way, email and all that, right? And once it is done, go here, right? And click on that particular submit. Okay, we have clicked on the submit, right? Now click on the done button. If you click on the done button, can you see it has
Yeah.
created the flow diagram, right? But sometimes it will take some additional action, right? Sometimes it will take some additional actions. So we can delete it. So this is not required, for example, right?
Yeah.
We have to launch, right? So here don't have the value, right? So we can give the value. We can give the value here. We can increase to the maximize. That's it. Remove this wait, send key, wait, right? But apart from that, right, rest of the flow will be available. Right?
Yeah.
And whenever there is a recording, it will say start of automated actions using recording, right? And end of automated actions using recording. So in this way, just imagine if we have 100 lines, 200 lines of steps, right? Then it will be tedious task to take each and action,
Yeah.
each and every action one by one, right? And add it into our flow, right? So in that case, we can take a help of our record. So
Got it.
whatever the actions we are performing, it will count. Now we did this for a web record, web application, right? Similar way we can do for a desktop application, right? In that case, by default or automatically, it will use the your Windows based action.
Okay.
It will not take the web action. So based on the application, right, it will understand like which application is, and accordingly it will set the actions type. Okay, so this is the use of our record,
Okay.
right? So now we'll take a separate problem statement for it, right? This is I just explained, right? So what is our next problem statement, and that will do with the help of recording. So but the next problem statement is we have to go to this website. Okay, so this is basically mygov.in website
Okay.
from the India, and it will show the COVID status basically, right? So what it will do, it will display the state name, total confirmed cases, pure discharge migrated cases, death cases, along with URL. Which URLs? WhatsApp chatbot URL, Facebook chatbot URL, e-pass. Right? So what I want to do, I want to capture all the information from here, and I want to put it to the Excel. Right? This uh, right, this task we have to automate. And just imagine, like if you want to do manually, right, it will eat up a lot of time. Also, there is no guarantee about accuracy.
Yeah.
Also, here we have the URL, how we can take this URL, right? So
Yeah.
with the help of automation, it can be done very easy. So now we will go ahead and we'll build automation. Right? Click on the record. Resize the browser. Click on this. Select browser, whatever browser you want to use. Then, okay, start the record. So we can go and we can mention my G. Right? After that, what we have to do? We have to capture this value, right? And these values will come in a tabular format, right? Because this is a tabular format
Yeah.
anyhow. Right? So how to take these values? Now we have to take the state values basically, right? So right click. As soon as you right click, you will get this pop up. Extract element value. So we have to extract text, right? Andaman and Nicobar. Click. Now we have the next state, Andhra Pradesh. Go right click, extract element value. We can mention Andhra Pradesh, right? Then go to the next, Arunachal. Extract Arunachal, right? So now you can see what we did. We have just indicated 2 or 3 states, right? After that, it is intelligent and enough. It got the pattern, right? In which pattern I have to capture the data. So you can see it has captured all the states, right? Now we have to go for the total confirmed cases basically. So go right click, take extract element value, take text. Right now we have indicated. Again, can you see now?
Yeah.
Right here we have just indicated one and he got it. Okay, like we have to take all the values from here. And can you see into this recorder? It has two columns, right? Two column
Yeah.
table.
Stock name and
So the first one and this. Now go here, right? Similar way we can do for pure discharge one. Right click, extract element value, text. So now it will extract all the values for this particular column. See, similar way we can say it will do for dead case, right? But what about this URL, right? These URLs are not directly visible to us, right? So very simple, right click, extract element value, right? We can take this H reference. Can you see this H reference? So it's like a URL, basically it's capturing the URL, right? It captures the URL. Okay, see, it got the pattern, right? Similar way we can do for Facebook chat portal. So extract it. Right? So now, for example, we can consider, yes, we are done all the data, right? And once we are done with all the data, right here, it will show the columns as well, right? We can click on the done, right? Even we can extract the data with the same pattern for the number of pages as well. For example, if this data is lying on 5 pages, 10 pages, 15 pages, that also we can do that. But currently we don't have, right? That also I will explain maybe in next two session. So right now we have only one page data, so we can just click on the done. As soon as we click on the done, right? Can you see now? It is directly taken that launch new Chrome, right? It didn't take that other actions, right? Launch new Chrome, extract table, right? Now we have what it did. Let me double click. It has stored the data into this variable. If you want to change variable, right? Variable, we can go ahead and we can change the variable, right? We can mention extracted data, extracted data, okay? Extracted, same, right? And now we have to write into the Excel, right? So launch Excel, right? Now here we will mention it a blank document.
Yeah.
Right? Because we need a blank Excel, right? So we'll mention it as a blank, right? And then we can mention write to Excel, right? So value to write. What value we have to write? We have to write the Excel data, right? And here it will ask from where you want to start writing, right?
Yeah.
So we can mention by from A1, right? Or it on currently active cell. So by default, A1 will be active cell in X, right? A1. So if you are not specifying anything, right, it will start writing from A, right? So anything is either you can give with on specific cell or currently active. But if you have specific requirement, like you want to start from B1, then we don't have any option. We can give from
we have to, yeah.
Right? So we'll mention currently active. Okay? And I will mention it visible, right? And after that, you want to save it, right? So we can use a close Excel or save Excel, anything is, right? Save it. And within the save Excel, we can mention save document as and we can give the path.
Yeah.
Right? So now let me run. Okay, so now you can see it is not open in a maximize, right?
Yeah.
So what we can go here, we can make it as a maximum.
Maximum.
Right? And the next thing, you can see our data is available.
Yeah.
Right? So this is state, this is total confirmed cases, right? Your discharge migrated cases, right? This is your WhatsApp chatbot URL and this is your Facebook chat.
Yeah.
Right? So you can see in a simple way, right? We are able to extract this tabular data basically, okay? Tabular data with the help of this extract data from web.
Got it.
Okay. So this we did with the help of recording, for example, right? We did for the recording. But just imagine if you want to extract the data from the actions, right? So for actions also we have the same action, extract data from web, right? Extract data from web. So take this, okay? In case if you want to do with this, right? Now, as soon as we take this activity, we have to go to the browser. As soon as we go to the browser, automatically this window will pop up. Okay. And then we have to follow the same way. The same way means go here. So, go here, right click, extract element value, Andaman. Okay. The next is Andhra Pradesh. Right now it here. And now here what it will do, it will show you the result also, preview
Yeah.
also of your
Preview.
result.
Yeah.
Right, it will show you the preview, right? So this is first, and if you go to the second, extract element, text. See, now it will show value 1, value 2 means column basically,
Got it.
right? And if you click on the finish, right, at the same time it will also create the same action, extract
Yeah.
data from the web, right? So this is a small difference, okay, that I want to show you, okay? But after this, if you see, it don't have the headers,
Yeah.
right? It don't have the headers, so obviously it will not capture the header. But while writing into the Excel, right, we have to give the header first and then we have to write, right? So in
Yeah,
that
so
case, how
yeah,
can we
we can type the header and then we can give reference A2.
correct, we can give the reference. But when you are writing to this Excel, right, so from where you will mention,
We'll
right?
select another option, the second
We'll
on
select this.
specified yeah,
So what reference will give here?
A2.
Correct. We'll start from the 8, perfect, right? So maybe just try uh, that approach. Okay.
Okay.
So if you need this website,
Yeah.
okay. So please try. And now this launch Excel, right? It will go here. Correct. And then we'll write. So please try.
Okay. So we need to do it as auto recording, right? Order. Auto recorder is giving me a lot of problems. Vaibhav,
Yes.
so when I'm trying to record it, right, it's
Mhm.
going, it's not allowing me to go onto the
Okay,
website.
please share.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
if I close this, right, because I need to launch it, right?
Mhm.
So I will click on record over here. Now we
No. You have to click on the three dots. That three dots to launch.
Okay. Chrome.
No, and that also you have to click before click on the recording actually. So
Okay.
can you
Hold
click
on.
on the reset? Click on the reset. Close this browser also. Okay, click on the reset now.
Yeah.
And then click on pause. Click on pause as well. Okay, nothing. Now click on this more actions, three dots. Hmm. Launch Chrome. Maximize. And now click the record.
See, it is giving me this. I don't know what sort of window it is showing me. It's not
Okay.
allowing me to
Can
click over.
Yeah. Please give me. Okay, it is not allowing inside basic, right?
Yeah.
So uh, let me. We'll see the extension if something happen with the extension. Uh, okay, so this is power automate, right? So it is the extension.
You want me to open recorder?
Okay, that is now start. So click on the record.
So it is giving me a window over here, which is like half on this screen and half on another screen.
So might be this thing like you are using two screens basically, right?
Yeah, my laptop and this one.
Correct. So can you please for this only, right? Can you switch to the only one?
Only the laptop.
Mm-hmm. Now please start.
Right. It's open. Let me bring it on this side. Okay.
Click.
Record.
No, no. Go to the. See, now it is. Type the RPA channel. No, we have to go there and then right click. Right click.
Yeah.
But that window is not.
It is. I don't know what's going on. It's showing and it goes away.
Okay. Let me take control. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it came. Now it came. Click on that arrow. Andhra. No, do it slowly. Okay. If you do it fast, do it slow. No.
I think it's coming for one, it's not coming for everything. Arunachal Pradesh came twice.
No, I think we have to do in a pattern. Okay. If you are not going to give in a pattern, it will not understand it. Now it will understand it.
Yeah.
See, now it has. Okay. Same thing with the U.
Right. Now we need to do done.
Okay.
Right.
So yes, click on the done. No, wait. Right. But what happened initially? You did a lot of other actions, right?
I know. Yeah.
So that maybe you can delete it. Or we can delete. So this is practice. Okay. So once you do practice, it will looks very easy. Like because
Yeah.
this is first time maybe. No, delete everything. See, from the step 3. Okay. Select from step 3. Go down. Go down. Go down. Down. Okay. Till 38. Delete it. Press delete button. Okay. Then now right into the Excel. So first we have to launch, right?
Yeah.
Then to extract the, okay. Is browser open?
No. Oh yeah.
It's open?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Click on finish. Then it should work, right? What is it?
Okay, let us try.
Can you run? No. See, it's showing blank, right? Launch new Chrome. Can you give the
Oh
URL?
yeah. Yeah.
Now it should work, because previously there were no data.
Yeah, there was nothing.
It is completed, right?
Yeah.
But where is the Excel?
Where's Excel? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe you can make instance visible. I think now it's writing. Can you open the Excel?
It's open, but it's not coming. Something wrong. Can you see my screen?
The Excel instance. No. I think you have provided wrong input here. Go to the right Excel. Okay. Open it. And here we have to. You have provided Excel instance, right? We have to provide the output of the third step, right?
Yeah.
Output data. And remove that Excel instance. Don't save. Now can see? It is right?
Yeah.
But headers, right? As I said, it will not come. We have to
Yeah.
do the provision for it,
Yeah.
right?
That's why
So,
I did it too.
sorry.
That's why I kept it from A2.
Correct. So header we have to write. So by using the write to Excel, we can mention A1, we can mention state, B1, we can mention total number of cases, right?
Yeah,
Similar way we can add, and after that this data will be available.
got it.
Okay. So that also maybe you can do
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe all right. I think we are on time, right?
Yeah.
So let me stop the recording, and I have checked regarding your Outlook. Okay, so let me stop.